Hey everybody! We are interrupting today's normal programming to talk about this video's sponsor. FancyAI.com is an AI-powered online image and video editing tool designed for e-commerce owners, designers, and content creators. For less than $50 a year, you gain access to a powerful AI tool that allows you to harness your creativity in new and interesting ways. With resolution enhancement and AI background removal and replacement, the decision to use FancyAI.com is an easy one. Guys, I do video and image editing every single day, and I can tell you that it can be a long and complicated process. Harnessing the power of AI, though, can make the process of creating your content faster, easier, and much more effective. Fancy AI offers the best performance at the most competitive price. You can check them out by following the link in the description or in the pinned comment down below. I want to thank you all for watching today's video and also just say that supporting our sponsor supports the pack, the Action Pack. Alright, this next one is going to be a complete change-up. Basically, everything that we just did was all combat and killing and might and magic, and the first one, well, basically it was like the first one was a shooting game, sci-fi, and then everything after that was like brawler, got into fantasy. But anyway, okay, this next one is a little bit more chill. It's for a little bit of a different audience, and so I think that we are this is gonna be a little interesting. Let's check it out though, guys. We are watching the trailer for Horses 2025 cinematic trailer coming at us from PlayStation. So we can see it's got 137,000 views, and with the Chrome extension, we can see it's got 2.4 thousand likes and 592 dislikes. We're going to like the video as we do with all videos that we watch. And here's the description. Embark on the ultimate horse care and riding adventure in Horses 2025. Build a bond with your horse, master thrilling challenges, and become an equestrian champion. Coming soon to PS5 and PS4. Okay, so I'm going to tell you guys, I typically am not big into games like this. But my grandfather was a truck driver, and they had a game that was huge. And I don't mean that it was huge in the way that you think of it being popular. It was popular, probably still is popular. I mean that this is what it looked like. So at a truck stop, it would be a whole big thing, and you would come up here and you'd get a card. This game would actually print you a card, and it even looked better than this. And each of these little stations had, I think, a seat. You could sit down, you'd put your card in, and you would do a training, like a training run of your horse to prepare for the race. You would train your horse, and then its stats would go up. It had actual stats. And then once you raced 20 races, you could either decide to retire your horse and use it for breeding of horses that were like NPC horses in the game, or horses that you had. So you'd have two cards, because people would have decks of cards, and they would be awesome. And if you bred certain horses the right way, and you could get special horses with like zebra stripes or lion stripes and all this stuff. I think you can still play this game, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, so you can probably still play this game. It's probably still all over the place, because truck drivers, I mean, they don't, not in a bad way, they don't have, you go around, you play games like this, yeah, Derby Owners Club. Yep, that's what it looked like right there. And So this was like a big deal, and the way that, and you see the different buttons, the way, and when your horse would be in the race, you would tap the button and it would be like your rider making the horse go faster, and then your horse would go, and like I actually had a really good front runner horse, and so I'd get my horse to run out in front and then just hold her there, and then like I said, so if you go 20 races, you can take your horse and start breeding them to make more horses and better horses and better horses. And then if you go beyond 20 races racing them, their ability to breed would decline, but I mean they still kept their stats, but you couldn't breed them. So you didn't have to like retire a horse, but if you did, if you didn't, you wouldn't get as good of horses for breeding them. Anyway, point being is, I'm not hugely into these simulation games like, oh, raise a pet or whatever. But I had a fun time with that game because I was with my grandfather in the truck and I would go around and I'd race the horses, and it was cool. It was cool. I got pretty good at it. But let's check it out. So we've got this as hopefully this game, which is being made for PlayStation, has at least the amount of abilities, like the amount of complexity as a game that is an arcade game you can find at truck stops, right? So we got a 1 minute and 4 second trailer. I hope that you guys are ready. We're off to the races. Here we go. All right, horses. My uncle actually is, he owned a ranch for a long time. And they'd race horses. And my cousin was a leader of a breeding program. Like in charge of a breeding program in Kentucky for a while. Okay. Wait, is that in-game? I think that that's in-game footage. That actually looks really good. I can't, like, that's in-game. Is that in-game? Okay, I don't know. I wish it, okay, so that's not in-game. Okay. Alright, so never mind. Well, because I was looking at this, okay, so that's obviously not in-game. Is that in-game though? That's in-game though. And that looks good. That does look good. Like, but you can see that's not natural lighting. Graphics aren't a huge deal, but when you have really good graphics with something like this, it does complement the experience, so I bring it up. You know, that is not in-game. Okay, I'm just trying to feel out the quality, what this is actually going to look like as a game. Let me see if we can... I think, depending on, like I said, depending on the complexity of this could be a really fun, actually like a fun game. You know, something you do... See, that's not in-game. Is that in-game or not? I don't know. Let me see. I'm going to go like this. Okay. I'm not seeing it. So this is like an old thing, but it's not showing us the horses. It's not showing us the horses in the trailer. Like this looks, the one piece that we get is this right here. You know, and this looks like a loading screen or something. That doesn't look, so we're basically not really actually getting any gameplay here. Let's check it out on Steam, see if it's not on here. So then where is it gonna be? Okay, let's see what other people are saying about it in the comment section down below. Always let me know what you guys think in the comment section, but down below, by the way. This is the type of game your parents will buy for you. It's like shovelware you'd find on the Switch store before, but for the PlayStation 5 instead. Knowing Sony, this is just them flexing graphical capabilities of the... One second, guys. Flexing the graphical capabilities PS5. Yeah, I know Sony isn't ahead of anyone in that department, but they move consoles like rappers move weight through mixtapes. If you need your parents to buy your games, this is exactly the game they deserve. Okay, let me see. My grandmother loved watching me play Red Dead Redemption 2. Her favorite thing about it was the horses. I wish she was still here. I'd buy this and and go show it to her. Yeah, that's cool. A decent horse game? Am I dreaming? Must be, looks like crap to me. Okay. Yeah, I checked the developer's history. It seems like he published bad shovelware. There's this one called Bodycam Unrecord Shooter, which is just an awful ripoff. As bad as the awful Switch's The Last of Us ripoff. I'm amazed that official PlayStation channel decided to feature this trailer. It's an entirely AI-generated video. I mean, I'm not an expert on being able to... What is this? I'm not an expert on being able to figure out what's AI and what's not, but I hope that that's not true. That sucks. That would suck if this is all AI. What is this? I'm gonna find that later. I think I've already watched it, but we'll check it out. Yeah, but the problem with it is the biggest red flags for me are that basically that none of this is game footage. It doesn't say game footage either. So like this looks okay. But that's like this looks okay, but that's it. And then the rest of it, this looks like a loading screen. If this is actually what it's going to look like with your horses out on your ranch, I mean, forget about it. You don't want that. Nope. Yeah. Horses 2025 developer.
Upon entering the spaceship...
What the heck? Whoa, what's happening?
Upon entering the spaceship, these three people found many capsules containing aliens.
There you go. Sorry, I was trying to see that. Okay. It doesn't say who the developer is, so if we just real quick... Mindev Games. Yeah, people are saying that it's got massive red flags. Unbridled, the horse designer. So... is this actually the same developer? The developer has now announced their early access release date. Okay. Was posted. Let's take a look at why I have serious doubts about the legitimacy of this listing and why I consider highly unlikely anyone will get the quality out of this. See, this looks okay, but there's just not enough, and so it just makes me worried. Is there any kind of other trailer that I could look at? I'm actually interested in this because it actually might, if it was good, it might be cool. But the concept of being able to raise horses and have a horse racing game like the one I was telling you about in an arcade was cool. Why can't we bring that into our homes? Is there another horse racing game on PS5 like Horse Racing Manager that has flat racing, steeple chasing, harness racing, and trot mount racing? People will sleep on this game, but I bet it's going to be amazing, like Barbie's Horse Adventure. I'm 31-year-old, and I'm well excited for this. Okay, whatever. I expect an Easter egg of this game in the next episode of Hell of a Boss. Well, okay, whatever. I don't know. We'll have to see. I'm really worried though because they're not showing us anything, which is bad. So, but anyway, guys, all right. So that is all of the the video games that we've got for today. So I'm going to take a short break here, and we're going to come back and hop into movies and series. If I find anything else out about Horses 2025, we might watch that trailer too. Just the fact that they're not showing us enough makes me think that maybe this is not going to be great. But, all right. We're going to go to intermission, and I will see you guys after these short messages. Don't forget to check me out on Twitch and join the Discord, where you can voice chat with me while I live stream, and you won't be recorded or anything on YouTube and Twitch, so that's pretty cool. You can also find me on Facebook and Instagram. If you like to read, you can see my after-action reports on my blog. And if you are interested, you can get some merch from my spring store. The links for everything are in the description below.